Wow, it's been 3.5 years since my rhinoplasty. 3 years since my first Alarplasty, and it's been 1.5 years since my final Alarplasty revision, and I haven't gotten any work since. I've been getting a lot of questions to give you guys an update about my rhinoplasty and my Alarplasty. If you guys didn't know, I had rhinoplasty done back in September of 2020, and I went in, and I will show you guys like a before and after. We got my nose bridge built up, so I got a nose bridge built here and here, so it raised up my tip and my nose bridge, and that's what I did for my rhinoplasty. And then about 3.5 months later, I decided to go in to get Alarplasty done. And if you guys don't know what Alarplasty is, the surgeon basically makes an incision right here and makes your nostrils smaller, because I had very round nostrils before, even after my rhinoplasty. And a lot of you guys ask why I waited to do my Alarplasty and why I didn't do it together. My surgeon thought that after he raised my bridge and everything, that my nostrils would naturally go like that. And the rule of thumb with surgery is you can't put it back, but you can take it away. So we wanted to do it slowly. I really wanted to make sure that I had a very natural look and I didn't really change myself too much. At first I loved it, but then one of the nostrils, maybe it was this one, I don't know, or maybe it was this one, but one of the nostrils just looked round and then the other ones just looked like straight, and I didn't like that. So about 1 year and 8 months later, after my first Alarplasty, I went back and I got the revision. So since then it has been 1.5 years since my final Alarplasty. This is what my nostrils are looking like. This is how my nose job is looking for my side profile. I feel like it did kind of start to dip down a little bit now that it's been, I don't know, about 3.5 years since my nose job. I felt like this was more like straight and like protruded, but now it's settled in and it's starting to dip more, but I still feel like this part, that's not mine. That is someone else's. So I do feel, and the tip, I love the tip. On this side, you could tell like a tiny little bit, but nothing major. I just dab a little makeup on there, and honestly no one ever notices my scars because they're so tiny in like this little spot. Honestly, I kind of miss when I first got my rhinoplasty because my nose was like so swollen that there was more of a nose bridge, and that's really what I wanted. But honestly, this is a lot more nose bridge than I had in the beginning, so I am really happy with my nose. It looks so natural. I feel like if I didn't tell anyone, no one would know that I got a nose job. I feel like I get more questions on my Alarplasty over my rhinoplasty, and I will put all of my nose job surgery videos linked down below because I did document quite a bit of it. I even have a video of the day before I went in for my nose job, and so you could see how my natural nose look like. And then I documented the first week of my rhinoplasty, and then I did a update on my Alarplasty for a month later, and I showed you guys like how it looked like. I did an update for my second Alarplasty as well, and I'll link everything like in the order that everything happened. So first off, going with my rhinoplasty, because that's what I had done first, I had a really amazing experience with my rhinoplasty. I did not have any pain on my nose whatsoever. When you go and you get your rhinoplasty, you have to do like a blood work and done just to make sure you're good for surgery, because they do put you under anesthesia and it's a major surgery. Just like a little disclaimer, anyone that is looking into cosmetic surgery, just make sure that you do your research. You go to a doctor that knows what they're doing and is very experienced with the type of surgery that they're doing, and sometimes even like experience in your skin texture and like your skin type. My skin is very thick, and so when I went to look at rhinoplasty surgeons, I looked at who their past clients were, and I checked to see if some of their past clients kind of looked like me, had like same skin texture, thickness, because it does make a difference when you're doing surgery. I really didn't have any issues. I didn't even have any pain. I didn't even have any bruising. I'm the type of person that I follow the instructions to the T. So the doctor gave me like a sheet of like what I need to do to prep before the surgery, like don't drink any alcohol, like all these things, and then what to do after your surgery, and I followed everything to the T. I wanted to make sure that I healed as fast as I could and as well as I could. So I followed everything to the T and I had zero pain. They send you home after your surgery with antibiotics and pain meds. The pain meds I took the first day when I first got home because I was scared that I was going to be in pain, but honestly I wasn't in pain at all. So after that first pill, when I came home, I didn't even take any more of the pills because I wasn't in pain at all. The only pain that I do feel, which you will see in the videos, is in my throat, because I think when they do your surgery they put a breathing tube down your throat to make sure that you could breathe, obviously because they're doing surgery on your nose, and I think the breathing tube irritated my throat and I had like I don't know, like I had like irritation like in the back of my throat, and that was really painful for me. So that was just kind of like a weird side effect that I had after my surgery. But as far as my actual nose, it healed really well, and there's not much I could say about it. I had a really good experience. I went in 3.5 months later for my Alarplasty. So if you guys don't know what Alarplasty is, they basically cut your nostril right here and they cut a little piece off and then they sew it together so your nostril holes look smaller, because I had very like big nostril holes and it bothered me in particular. So I went in 3.5 months later, got that done, loved it. And that part, the Alarplasty, actually hurt more than the actual surgery itself, because during your rhinoplasty surgery you're asleep, so you feel nothing. But when you do your Alar, it's local anesthesia, so you're literally in the doctor's office. They inject you with a numbing medication on your skin, and then they just cut you right open, and then they cut your skin right off, and then they sew you back like right in the chair in the office. During the surgery you don't feel pain because you have the numbing stuff in you, but after surgery, because I drove myself there and I drove myself back, like I always say, like a crazy person. Driving back home, it took me like an hour and a half, I want to say. It took me a while to drive back home, and the numbing wore off on my drive home, and you feel the pain because you literally just got cut open and whatever. So I would recommend that if you don't have a high tolerance for pain, to have someone else drive you there and back. So when they send you home after your Alarplasty, they do send you home with antibiotics and they do send you home with pain meds. It really only hurt the first day. So I did take the pain meds the first day and it helped so much, and I think by the second day like I was fine, so I didn't take any pain meds after that. And I'll insert the clips. It looked a lot worse than how it felt. Your nose swells up like crazy. So I got a lot of messages from you guys worried about your swelling after your Alarplasty. Don't be scared. Your nose swells up, I don't even know how many times, but it just goes whoop and it gets giant. I think my nose was so freaking swollen for probably like, I don't know, 3-4 days, and then maybe like the 5th or 6th day it kind of started to go down. And then I think I had my stitches in for my first Alarplasty for I want to say 10 days, and then they took the stitches out. When you take the stitches out, you will see a little bit of scarring because your stitches just came out. But if you take care of it, I put Neosporin on my scars every day. If you take care of it really well, you either will heal without any scarring or with very minimal scarring that isn't really noticeable at all. A year and a half ago I went in for my revision Alarplasty. So yeah, here she is. This is how it looks like now. Here you go. To the side. Now it's all healed and it is all good. So if you guys have any other questions, let me know and I will tell you from my experience what I experienced. Thank you guys for following along in my journey. Again, I'll have all of my videos linked down below because I know it's like really scary and you guys want to know as much as you can. I know I was like watching every video that I possibly could before and during my rhinoplasty and my alarplasty, so I totally understand. And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Please don't forget that if you like me, if you like my content, to rate, subscribe, and comment. I hope you all have a wonderful, fabulous day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!